it's me again. I'm just doing a quick update vid. So I'm on cycle day 21 today, and I had a feeling yesterday that I was going to ovulate today. I've been saying that all week, but anyway, took my ovulation test this afternoon and it was positive. So I think obviously now is the time to be getting stuff done, which we've been doing. So that's all I'm going to say on that. So that's that. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this cycle. Obviously I'm videoing everything that I'm doing at the moment, which is kind of nice. It's different. Obviously I hope I get pregnant this cycle, but I mean, it's not happened for the last 2 years. I'm not getting my hopes up. And if obviously we don't, then we're gonna, obviously like I said in my first video, start going through some tests and see what the outcome is. Like I said, it might be nothing, it might be something, and if we can maybe sort it, if there is something, then that would be probably easier. But who knows? I guess I'll just update as I go on, sort of thing, and let you know where I'm at. Because I mean, for some people, they're probably in the same situation as me, and they're probably wondering what to do. So I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to talk today actually about my miscarriage that I had. I touched on it like in my previous video, but I didn't really go into it in detail. It happened about 2 years ago to the day. Yeah, actually 2 years ago today. And I've only just realised that to the day when I actually did have a miscarriage. That is so weird. Oh, so yeah, it was 2017, day after Christmas. I took a test actually on Christmas Eve, a pregnancy test, because I woke up in the morning and I had this weird blocked nose. But it didn't feel like a cold, it just felt like it was all just in my sinuses. And I sat downstairs for about 20 minutes and I didn't think anything of it. And then it cleared. Anyway, I was going pottering about, doing my thing. And I went to run a bath, and it was literally like something popped into my head, or something spoke to me and was literally like, you're pregnant. And I remember just thinking like, did I just, what? And then I started shaking, so I sat down and I was like, Google. Obviously the next step is Google. All you want to do is Google shit. So I did that, and there was some that were like, oh yeah, I had that and I was pregnant, and there's a name for it and I can't remember the name, so I'm not going to pronounce it. So anyway, I took a test. It was Christmas Eve. It was literally the only test I could get. It was just, I think it was a co-op one, because everywhere else was basically shut. Took that and I had a bath or whatever that night, and I looked back at the test after I'd had a bath, which you could obviously argue was way after the time that you're supposed to look. But when I looked, when I first did it, I didn't see the lines. I just kind of disregarded it. I saw like the faintest line, and I mean the faintest, and I literally just thought, oh, that's probably just an evaporation line. I mean, like, you could barely see any colour in it. It's ridiculous. So I left it, and yeah, I did have a couple of drinks Christmas, because I thought, well, there's no harm, is there? I'm not pregnant. So anyway, so the day after Boxing Day, I was able to get another test, and by that point I think I was about 12 DPO, and it came up straight away, so I knew. Took a digital, yeah, pregnant. It was great. So we were like, this is literally the best Christmas ever. I've just found out I'm pregnant. Wow, we've been trying for 6 months at this point. Life's great. Anyway, so we got Christmas and New Year out of the way. We decided to tell my parents and sister and my partner's parents and sister, just because we're like that. We're quite close to our families and we want to share stuff with them, so we told them. So it would have been about 5 to 6 weeks by this point, literally today, 2 years today. I woke up with spotting. I was at work and I was like, oh no, it wasn't the 9th. I don't know what day it is, just literally, just bypass that. It was probably the first few days into January I had spotting. and it was like brown spotted, and I just thought, well, that's obviously my body trying to have a period, but I'm not having a period because I'm pregnant. So, and everyone says spotting's okay, spotting's normal. Spotting is not normal. If you're getting any sort of spotting, you go to a GP, because if I hadn't have gone, I don't even know what would have happened, because they literally sent me for an ultrasound. Went for the ultrasound, they couldn't find a viable pregnancy. They said that they saw a shadow near my ovary, and basically told me that they thought it was an ectopic pregnancy. The next day, which was 2 years ago today, let me get my story right, was when I actually did miscarry. I woke up in the morning to basically a period. At first it was fine. I got upset, had a little cry, and then I started getting really bad like pains, and I mean like every 10 seconds I was getting pains, and I was literally on the bathroom floor in agony, because I think people assume that when you're having a miscarriage you just have a period. That wasn't the case for me. Some people, I know everyone's different, but for me it was physically horrific pain. So my husband took me to the hospital and they said, yeah, we think you're miscarrying. My hormone levels were all over the place. I had to keep going back to the hospital every 2 days for blood tests, and my pregnancy hormone was dropping and then going back up again, dropping. So they thought, well, that is basically an ectopic pregnancy, even though they always said it was an unconfirmed, but I'm pretty sure it was. I didn't need treatment. I didn't need an injection to get rid of any tissue. My body just sorted itself out by itself. So that was a difficult time for us both. And my husband, bless him, I don't think throughout the times we were in the hospital, I don't think one person asked him if he was okay, and that really upset me, and it upset him as well, because if you are with your partner, you're going through that together. It's not just you as a woman. Obviously it's physically devastating and mentally devastating for the woman, but for the man as well, it's an awful thing to. He was so upset, and nobody had a clue because nobody asked him. And I just wanted to highlight that, really, because I think that is a really touchy subject. So after my hormone levels went back to zero, the hospital phoned, basically asked me to do a pregnancy test. And they said, if it's negative, then you don't need to come back. We don't need to see you. All the best. There's no reason why you can't conceive in the future. Jobs are good, and that was it. Sent us on our way. Yeah, it's crazy how many people were in that waiting room. And day in, day out, they must just see so many different girls, women, all ages. Some young, some older, some with husbands, some on their own, some with friends. Yeah, it was really quite eye-opening, and I didn't realise that so many people went through this, and it is common, miscarriage. As horrible as that sounds, it happens a lot and it happens everywhere. So I'm going to wrap it up now because I've literally been rambling for 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. But I just wanted to share my little story. And yeah, it has been 2 years pretty much since that happened. So although it's sad that that's happened, because I would have, or what should have, a healthy baby, it wasn't meant to be, because clearly the cells and everything that the egg and the sperm fertilised, something wasn't right and something wasn't working, or there's something in my tubes that just wasn't happening. And I always say, it wasn't my time, which is difficult because some people go, well, everyone says that. No, Not everyone says that, but I say it because I believe in that. And maybe we were at a point in our life where, you know, we weren't ready, or God knows, absolute God knows. We haven't been pregnant since, so now we're going to do something about it. I'm going to go now and stop boring you. This video is 10 minutes long, Jesus. I'm in my pyjamas. And it's time I went and fed my dog. So I'll love you and leave you. I'm going to put my Instagram and Snapchat in the comments bit. So if you want to follow me or subscribe to my videos, there's going to be more videos. So thank you. See ya.